Well, it all comes down to this yet again. With 2 games to go for the third successive season, we have no idea who's going to win the title. The first year we missed out, the second we got our first ever Premier League title, and in the third it's been a familiar pattern to last year. One rival for the majority of the season, and then Liverpool coming from nowhere. With 2 games to go, it now looks like it's us or them. Yes, hello, and welcome along to part 109 of Saving Southend with me, Daniel. We are back today for the season finale in 2036. We've got 2 tough games to finish the year, an underperforming Aston Villa at home and a high-flying Chelsea chasing Champions League football on the road on the final day. And what a twist it's been in the race just behind us, because Arsenal were pegging us back the whole way. They were level on points with us at one stage, but from last weekend, they played Liverpool and they lost 3-0 at Anfield. Liverpool then took the ascendancy, moved into second, just 2 points behind. Now they look like giving us a fright as we go into the end of the season. 2 tough games for us. We'll look at who they face at the same time in a minute. If you're looking forward to it, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Get your predictions in early with no cheating. Do you think we will win our second Premier League title, or is it going to be heartbreak at the end? Don't forget, we've only won the Community Shield this year. It would be a disappointment if we won nothing of the big trophies. So let's see how we get on. We're going to start by having a little look at the schedule, because we've had a few games off camera and it's been tense. It's been squeaky. We were brilliant against Sheffield United in the last episode after that heartbreaking Champions League exit. Following that, the goals had been a bit harder to come by until last weekend. We won 1-0 at Norwich thanks to Joe Wills, who ended his goal drought against Sheffield United and has since been in pretty good form. We won 1-0 at Brighton thanks to Joe Wills in what was a difficult performance. He did pick up a knock in that game as well. And that was costly against West Ham because he wasn't fit to start. We didn't have the only man that could score a goal. And after Yukalano went off injured, we lost the key creative spark too. 0-0 the scoreline there. And a 2-2 draw against Newcastle. We did so well to come back from 1 down at half-time. Joe Wills and Kranjic got a goal apiece, and then we were pegged back again. Helguera late on with a great strike for the visitors. Against Brentford away, a deserved victory, but God, it was more tense than it looks, wasn't it? After 89 minutes, it was 1-1, and it was another one of those famous late shows. Dion Kranjic turning one into a hat-trick in the space of 4 minutes. Lewis Herbert getting one from a set-piece late as well. There has not been a comfortable day since that Sheffield United one on camera, and I'm hoping we might find one at home today, but it's not looking likely at the minute. If we have a look at our key rivals, Liverpool, who we drew 2-2 at back in January, they've got 2 games remaining as well, and they are facing Everton away in a Merseyside derby on the penultimate day. Basically, I'm looking at it and thinking, if we don't get it wrapped up today, we could be in trouble. We're going away to Chelsea on the final day, while Liverpool, with the greatest of respect, have a home banker against Bristol City. They're going to get 3 points on the final day. There is no doubt in that. So we really could do with being 3 or 4 points clear going into it. Whether or not we will be, I don't know. That's going to rely on Everton producing some magic and us taking care of Villa, who have had a poor season but are starting to look up now. Real Madrid in the Champions League final for them. I would say they've got one eye on that, but it's 2 weeks after the season. They're going to be absolutely fine. The only benefit we've got going into this Everton one for them is that they played on Wednesday night in a Champions League and went all the way to penalties. So maybe a few tired legs. For us, though, we've got to focus on our job. Make sure we get ourselves a victory today. This game feels like the crucial one. If we win it, I think we've got a chance of winning the league before the final day. I don't fancy us at Chelsea. We've got the goal difference advantage. So even if, say, we drew today and then Liverpool lost against Everton, we're probably in a great position going into the final day as long as we don't get battered by Chelsea. So let's see what we can do against Villa. Playing first, we can throw down the gauntlet. And if we win and Liverpool do anything but a Goodison Park, it could be their rivals that stop them winning the title. Steve Tilson Park is full, as you would probably expect. And again, I'm forced to make decisions about unhappy players. Both left wingers have been out of form and useless in recent weeks. So I'm trying to stick with my best team, but I'm not sure it's the right solution. Bernberg's throwing his toys out the pram. Kranic and Memic still unhappy. Just can't get them to sign new deals. It's been the hardest season on that front for a long, long time. The rest of the team, though, is fully fit, and I think we're in a stronger position as we can be. You can see Torres is struggling after we rebuild his fitness, so let's get Baranda in there. And this is the team and the squad that we're going to go for in this decisive match. It is Jude Sadler between the sticks, who is back fit and back playing well. We've got Memic and De Angelis, the fullbacks, with Herbert and Sanchez as centre-half. Big goal and captain's performance from Herbert last time. Yocolano on the right is a bit out of form, but he just struggles to get back up to fitness even after a little knock. Adamson on the left has been woeful. And then it's Bernberg and Kivrakidis in the middle. Kranic and Wills up front. Both of those in scoring form. Ashley Carr not fit on the bench. We need a miracle, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Southend v Villa, the game we have to win of the remaining two. Can we pile the pressure on Liverpool? Or will the former Jose and Pep side now find a way to get us back? Mark Harrison, the less daunting manager in the dugout, but his form would certainly suggest otherwise. Well, there are 7 changes for Aston Villa today, including David Washington being dropped out and Desiree Doué, who are both good players. On the bench, they've got Adam Mola, who we've tried to sign before. And in the starting 11, Julian Merlo, who we've also tried to sign. Garben Kennedy, the skipper up front, has scored plenty of goals against us before and is now a legend in both sides of the Birmingham derby. And Rashid Adowu, a former loan player here many years ago, getting a rare run out for them in midfield. So I feel like Aston Villa might even be resting a few here. And I'm wondering if they've got a big game coming up in another competition or something we don't know about. Let's go and have a quick look at their schedule. Villa have got, just 2 league games remaining. They've been in better form the last 3 or 4. And actually got a huge win against Brighton. Looks like they're just rewarding Kennedy and Adowu for playing well. So let's get back into this first half and hope we can find a way. It doesn't have to be pretty. Again, the Norwich game, the Brighton game, those horrible 1-0s, I'll take them. They were tense, they were nervy. We didn't dominate them. We found a way to win them as we're back here with Adamson on a corner kick. In-swinger from the right to the back post to Herbert. So often he scored them when it matters most. That one goes over the bar. The only thing I will say is the 2 games in the last episode were our 2 best performances for a long time, particularly Sheffield United. So I'm hoping that being on camera will inspire these guys because they seem to play better for you than for me. As De Angelis works down the left-hand side, Adamson's with him in support. Cross comes in early though, Merlo gets there. Beat everyone at the near post, they weren't expecting it. Adamson keeps it in and then gives possession away. That is absolutely appalling. And now it started a counter. But Wood concedes possession to Herbert, and Villa can't get out their own half. It's a positive start, but it needs a goal to come with it. The longer it goes 0-0, we've got nervy in recent games, but Joe Wills has changed that. When he's been fit in recent weeks, he's been the man so often. Match winner against Norwich, match winner against Brighton, goal scorer against Sheffield United. And here he seems to be doing it again. 1-0 up with our first shot on target, and it's Joe Wills doing it. He's taking my voice away. Maybe we'll still be able to hold on to it. As Rosa's got the ball in the middle for Villa. This is the worry now. When we're in this title race, when we go a goal up, we just seem to start sitting off. It's no instruction, it's just a natural habit. But Adamson's working down the left here, and this is a real opportunity. It's a good cross towards Kranic. Hat-trick in the last game after a poor run. As Yocolano finds Kivrakidis in towards Wills. Heads over the bar. That's the next step for him. Can he get 2 in a game? Not at the moment. A quarter gone, 1-0 up and playing well. I'm thrilled with this so far. We'll throw on the left-hand side for Southend as Joe Wills picks it up on the left for Bernberg. Cleared away as far as Kennedy. Arnautovic up there, not that one, as Bernberg gets it away to Adamson. Would just love after such a dominant first half if we could get 2 up, but at the moment where we've given it away here, I'll take being 1 for now. Arnautovic gets in. Oh, that's such an unfortunate goal. His first goal of the season as well, of course it is. Just took a little deflection to take it round Sadler. It's been such a good display, but we've not taken chances and it's coming back to haunt us. I mean, he's not a bad striker. Why he's not playing for them, I don't know. He joined them a year ago. Where on earth has he been? He's a cracking player. He should be playing more football than that. And to put it into perspective, they're in the bottom half. He's pretty much as good as any of our strikers. And at half time, we've been pegged back to 1-1. Again, we are having these problems in the dressing room. You can see Bernberg, Kranic, Memic, all nervy, all unhappy. And that problem off the pitch, the unhappiness, is definitely translating onto it. But the ones we've brought in haven't been as good or experienced in this position, which has also harmed us. So I can't really win either way here. As De Angelis has a throw on the left-hand side to Wills. You can see Adamson again having a poor game. I think he gave the ball away for the goal. As De Angelis works up to Wills, who's played really well. Looking for support from Adamson. Good ball to Kranjic. That's superb football. Adamson and Kranjic, I've just criticised them. They come to life. Adamson with a wicked delivery. Got it in before the defender could even react. Kranjic with the header, it's superb. It's a bullet into the bottom corner. And we're 2-1 up. We're back in front. And the big boys have delivered on the big stage. We've now got to hold on to this lead and maybe find a way of extending it, because I'm not sure this is enough the way we're defending for now. I am going to think about changes and maybe focusing on morale when we do that, because Memic is apprehensive again. I'm going to bring on Rakowski. I'm going to bring on Drew O'Day for Sanchez. I'm going to take off, I think, maybe both centre midfielders, but Kivrakidis, he's struggling physically. I'm not sure why. He's got good fitness and stamina. Bernberg's playing okay, but he's nervy. He's supposed to be one of the stars at the club, but he's just not got the mentality at the minute. I think I'm going to leave it at just those two for now. Not do too much at once. Yacolano and then one of the centre mids can be the next two. And then we'll save one in case of injury. 20 to go. Let's do that now. It will be Jorg Robertson for Yacolano. And then I'm going to take off Bernberg for Jimenez. We're going to go Kivrakidis in a deep line playmaker. And then with one more to go, if we score a third, I'll give Wills a rest because he's so important. As Kranjic has got the corner. Can it come here? To the back post. Wills beaten by Adowu. Up to Yacolano on the right. Into Rakowski. Back to Yacolano. Deflects back to Wills. It's offside. I'm not sure it was, but we'll let it go for now. It's still 2-1. We're still in front. And as I said at the start, it doesn't matter how you win. It's just about getting it done. Kranjic looks knackered. Wills looks knackered. Who do we go for? Who do we deem as more important to us on the final day of the season? I think I have to take Joe Wills off. I'm going to replace him with Teddy Ivanov or Ashley Carr. Let's go Teddy Ivanov. In fact, no, let's go pace. Carr on, Kranjic target man. That'll do us for now. We've got 8 minutes plus stoppage time. We're 2-1 up. We're thoroughly deserving of our lead. But we've not put the game away. And this is the worry because, look, 2 minutes to go. And we're going to have at least one hairy moment. We know that. Kivrakidis gives it away in the middle. Not there, son. Not there. Creaney to Wood. Edge of the box. Oh, it's just over. I thought Sadler would have to save it. He may have had it covered. With 5 to go in stoppage time. I think you'll forgive me for this. I don't have to do it often these days at Southend United, but it's starting to make a quite frequent reappearance. The time wasting is very much going on. Let's get those tactics set. We're going to slow the pace down. We're going to time waste all the time. We'll play for those set pieces where we are so effective. And we'll drop that line of engagement. Just protect ourselves and give Kranjic and Carr more room to run into as well. That is a positive. With 5 minutes added on, I just want to see them out quietly. And I think, fingers crossed, we're doing it. That's a huge win. Over to you, Liverpool. You have got to beat your Merseyside rivals. If they do, they're arguably favourites going into the final day with us travelling to Chelsea. But that was a really decent performance. We didn't score as many as we should, but I'm happy we got the win. We'll keep the boys on side. We'll keep positive. And now we'll go and look at the Everton-Liverpool game. Liverpool have to win, or we're champions with one to spare. Well, here are the 4 Sunday fixtures. Arsenal now officially out of the title race because they'll only go 5 behind if they win. Liverpool, though, can stay in it with a result against Everton. If they lose or draw, though, we will be champions. Will we do it? Let's see if we can avoid the final day drama. Press continue and cross your fingers, everyone. Will it be back-to-back titles? Not yet. Liverpool have won 3-0, which worryingly has closed the goal difference gap a bit. Now, I'm looking at this and thinking about drama because Liverpool are playing Bristol City next weekend at home. They've got a goal difference of -32. When they lose, they get pasted. We've got a goal difference advantage of 6, but we're going away to Chelsea, who are one of the biggest scorers in the division. I won't lie to you, I'm a little bit petrified. We're playing well, but we've got to take our chances. We'll be back next weekend for the final day of the Premier League season. We've got the upper hand just about. Without doubt, we've got the tougher fixture. Well, here we go. To quote the FM18 theme music, this is the moment. We have got a final day decider in the Premier League. We go to 4th place Chelsea, whilst Liverpool host lowly Bristol City. And this could go very wrong. As you can see from the fitness test, a knock to Armin Memic during the week. We've got a decision to make at right back and in a few other positions. It's 4th v 1st and it's 2nd v 14th. And they're the only 2 games we need to keep an eye on. Anything other than a win and we open the door for Liverpool. If we draw, Liverpool will need a big win and to better our goal difference by 6. So they'd need to hammer Bristol City. We've seen stranger things happen in Football Manager. If we lose, all Bristol City have to do is avoid defeat. Easy, eh? Let's get through the opposition instructions and see what team we can put out. I've got a feeling that I should replace Memic here. I'm going to bring in Rakowski at right back. The rest of the team has got a light match load. Adamson obviously came back into form last game. And when I look at the bench, I look at what could add to us here. And the truth is there isn't an awful lot. There is temptation to bring in O'Day for Sanchez, to bring in a bit more experience. But I feel like we need to do this. So I'm going to bring Ivo Torres onto the bench for Baranda. And otherwise, I'm going to leave it exactly the same. Same 11, with the exception of Rakowski in for Memic with a knock. It does bring a little bit more happiness to the starting 11, but this game is absolutely huge. Chelsea away, who are fighting for the top 4. Not sure if they've wrapped it up yet or not, but they're going to be fighting for Champions League football, whereas we're fighting for the title. Let's give the fans a title party, shall we? Seems like inspiration. Seems like a little bit of happiness in a dressing room. Not many nerves about there. Let's see if that changes if we go a goal down. At Stamford Bridge, we've got a job to do. Let's get the league table up. Let's keep an eye on Liverpool. No, Chelsea haven't wrapped up the top 4. They've got Manchester United a point behind. Again, with an easier fixture on paper against relegated Forest. Liverpool, though, still 0-0. Arsenal winning, but it's too late for them. And with 15 gone, Chelsea are dominating the stats. And they're now on the front foot in a highlight, though. Yukalano has nicked the ball on halfway. Chance to carry it forward, and look at him go. Yukalano to Wills, support on the left. Wills goes alone, he beats his man. Joe Wills, sensational. Good save by the keeper. But he's trying to make something happen. He's really delivering on the big stage. Now, can we get the corner into the right man? Herbert will be at the back stick. Adamson looks for him. Neves wins it. It's another corner. So all we need is a bit of set-piece pressure, and I'd fancy us to take one. Can we do it early? Kranic is on this. Delivering, right-footed. Wills up, keeper's coming. And he's done really well again. Good goalkeeping from Chelsea. But Liverpool still 0-0. And so are we. I'm getting so nervous. I mean, I can't see a scenario where we lose and still win a title. Because Liverpool surely win. As Caicedo finds De Silva. Up to Caicedo again. There was so much of me that wanted to be cautious in this game. But I thought, we can't just invite pressure. Yukalano's won it for Rakowski. Out to Bernberg and Kivrakidis. He's been caught again. It happened in the last match. And now they've got it on the edge. It might be costly. It's offside anyway, I think. But Makoko misses the target. Kivrakidis not delivering in a big moment. And there is the goal we feared. Liverpool are 1-0 up. Now that means at the moment we're okay. We're fine on goal difference. If we concede, oh, it's 2. Oh, the goal difference is building as well. 4 more and they'll be champions. Or if we concede. Can we just get a goal to make this secure? Bristol City have scored. That's what we want. We want a draw to be enough. We want as many chances as possible. Has asked the lads to prove a point. Yukalano's been a creative force. Otherwise, we've been pretty average. But Liverpool have scored again. Marconi has got a hat-trick. And I am starting to get very nervous because that goal difference gap is closing down. An hour on the clock. We're going to have to look at changes. There's a few struggling. Joe Wills is knackered. And it's a Chelsea corner. 1 Chelsea goal and we drop to second. Into the front post. Rakowski away. Back out on the right to Abdullahi. No one's going to close him. Someone close him down. Back to Neves. It's a great save from Sadler. When you need your goalkeeper to be inspired. Jude Sadler turns up. He is the man of the match at the minute. And he might be the hero. Lewis Herbert heads up. Kranic flicks away. Abdullahi again with a ball in. De Silva across goal. Sadler there again. This is too tense for comfort, isn't it? Let's get a couple of subs on. I'm going Vasquez for Adamson. And I'm going to go Kivrakidis off for Jimenez just because he's been there and done it. Up front, I do want to make a change, but I'm not going to do it yet. We're going to give it another 10 minutes and see what happens. As Jude Sadler, big kick downfield. Can we just nick an ugly goal? Kranic to Ukulano. Nice 1-2. Kranic down the right. Stay onside, Joe. He's not. He scored, but he's offside. I can tell you now. He had no need to go. He had plenty of time in the box. Joe Wills puts it in the net again, but this time it's going to mean nothing. Goal disallowed. Offside. The relief is not yet there. It is still 0-0. Liverpool have scored again. They're 3 goals away on goal difference. They win 7-1. We finish second. It's as simple as that. And I'm starting to get nervy because Chelsea are on the front foot again. Forget Liverpool. If we concede, it doesn't matter. Tashima on the edge of the box. Goes for the shot. Wide of the post. 10 to go. 15, sorry. I'm wishing away time. I've got to take some people off here. Where do I even turn? We've got Bernberg on a booking. Apprehensive is Ivo Torres, though. So I'm going to put Rakowski into midfield. And I'm going to put Memic on at right back. Joe Wills is going to be replaced by... Now, this is a big decision. Teddy Ivanov has done it so many times. But he's not done it at the end of this season, really. Ashley Carr has been great towards the end of the year. He won Player of the Month and Young Player of the Month the last 2. But then he's had an injury and he's not really performed. I'm going Ashley Carr. This is why we spent big money on him. He's going to deliver the moment. This is the time. Be a hero after everything that's happened this season. As he goes up for a header there with Colwill, but loses it. Here is Ashley Carr. This is your moment. Back to De Angelis. He's only been on a minute. What can he do? Kranic to Rakowski. Vasquez on the left. Has the overlap from De Angelis, but just plays short. Keeps possession. Been a professional job on the ball, but we've got to find that moment, you feel. Lewis Herbert, the skipper, to Kranic. 2 running off him. 1 is Jimenez. Here's Ashley Carr. Ashley Carr hits the post. Oh, it was so close. I thought it was destined to be. Jimenez again. It's not over yet. Ukulano fouled. Oh, he was so close to having that special moment. 10 minutes to go. It's 0-0. Liverpool are still 4-1. And we've got a corner with Kranic to the back post. Keeper comes. He's done that really well today. The delivery's not been great. I might bring Teddy Ivanov on as well. But if we do concede, there's no one I'd rather have on the pitch than Kranic. Did you see the power on that throw? Fofana holds it up for Chelsea. And Caicedo is trying to find the heartbreaking moment for us. Ashley Carr is back to win it though. Great work from him. He's all the way back in his own half. Ukulano breaks away. Chance to cross. He goes for it. Kranic is there. Ball falls for Ashley Carr. Back in the box. Headed away as far as Vasquez. He's got De Angelis in support. Into Kranic, who I think's offside. It's back into him again. Rakowski. De Angelis. Went right-footed. It's over the bar. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go and time waste or to keep pushing. Abdullahi might make my decision because he's got a throw on the left for Chelsea. If we concede, it's all over. But Herbert brings it away. Big ball towards Ashley Carr. He's beaten the defender. Go on, Ashley. He's done it. Ashley Carr has scored the title-winning goal. He's had a useless season. He's really struggled to adapt. I told you he would do it. I told you he'd be the man today. Ashley Carr scores the goal that gives Southend United the Premier League title. You legend. You absolute legend. Let's calm down and make the final sub. I'm going to take Kranic off for Teddy Ivanov. Fresh legs up front because they're going to go and chase it now. Oh, that is huge. Absolutely massive. Chelsea dropped to 5th, but who cares about that? Surely we can't concede 2 in 2 minutes. Colwell finds Abdullahi. Oh, don't concede from the kickoff. Don't do it to me. I'm not ready for this. Statro Fofana's in. It's a great block. Brilliant from Lewis Herbert. Captain's performance. But Ashley Carr, you might have just done it. What a moment to find your finish in. As Jimenez knocks the ball away. And here goes Ukulano. We can break, we can relax, and we can enjoy ourselves. Because with 3 minutes of stoppage time to go, surely the Premier League title is here. Get that chopper on the way to Chelsea. As Antunes gives it away to Memic. Brilliant effort since coming on. Sanchez gives it straight away though. The new centre-half has not had a good one. That's offside, referee. in from Europe, but it's not going to count. We get away with it, but Sanchez, just like O'Day, that right centre-half position, they're all rated brilliantly, but they're just not performing. As it is, offside is given, and our blushes are spared. Southend United, what a fitting way to do it. An ugly 1-0 win at Chelsea. And Ashley Carr, after all of the negatives this season, missing a decisive penalty in the Champions League, hitting so many shots, high, wide and ugly, hitting the post after he came on here, scores the goal that gives us this trophy. It is back-to-back Premier League titles to win our first two at this level. And it's not just a Community Shield this year, it is a Premier League title again. Lewis Herbert lifts it. What a performance from him. A word for Jude Sadler, who was remarkable in goal. But Ashley Carr, today is your day. You are the Southend United hero. Let's skip ahead to the season review and work out what we're going to do this summer. Well, here it is. And for the first time, it's more than one trophy at the bottom of this page. The Community Shield may be a small one, but another new one. However, the Carabao Cup and the Champions League both still elude us. Let's get through the new arrivals for this season. Some big money spent and maybe not instant delivery, but Jorg Robertson was the star in that Champions League tie, and Ashley Carr delivered the moment in the end. Still not a bad scoring record this year. Spike Brits, Roy Curley, all good young players that played their part. Maybe a slight disappointment from Hector Sanchez, but he's developing to a new continent, so we've got to give him a bit of time. Same for Ivo Torres. Transfers out shows you how much we've improved this squad. A lot of the deadwood from recent years, the likes of Jensen, Harrison, Mira, Berek, Obekjar, Ishmael, Kaljo, all solid players, not top level. They've all moved on. Let's have a look at the players out on loan. There's a few there that might feature next year. Soren Hansen, a wonderful season at Sheffield United. Kieran Peacock, a pretty productive one in the end at Barcelona, but maybe not the level we need. There's a couple of others that may become stars next season, so we'll wait and see. The season results, though, are all that matter. We finished top of the table by 2 points on the final day. We would have won it on goal difference if it wasn't for Ashley Carr's goal, but it was getting tense at one point, wasn't it? What a moment for Ashley Carr to deliver that, and what an effort from Southend United. We back up our first ever Premier League title with our second, and we survived after a brilliant spell through the middle of the season. A pretty horrendous wobble towards the end. Lots of draws, a couple of big defeats we saw against United and Arsenal, and those two silly draws near the end as well. But we made it, which is the main thing. Champions League, it was heartbreak against City. We lost on penalties. It was so frustrating. A really good performance, though. The English FA Cup, disappointment against United, but a rotten draw. Arsenal and United back-to-back. The Carabao Cup, again, City then Liverpool. Where's our luck? But after that Liverpool game, it would have got so much easier, which makes it all the more annoying. And we won the Community Shield on penalties, with Spike Brits being a hero on debut. Moments to remember, a 5-0 win against Forest being the biggest, a huge win against Atletico Madrid in a Champions League, and goal of the season came from Jimenez, who scored a great curling effort against Bristol City. The finances are excellent, but look at that news. We're up to 4.5-star reputation. This club is going places. The biggest shirt seller is still Teddy Ivanov, apparently. Good job we got him on at the end. And all of the revenues are still looking very healthy. Team of the season, they've gone O'Day over Sanchez, which is interesting. Rakoski over Memic as well. But in the middle, not too many shocks. Just Peter Bernberg missing out. Maybe despite being really good, we just have to let him go. If we go and have a look at the accolades, it is star of the season, Dion Kranic. Still only 20, Premier League Young Player of the Year. But a shout out for Jude Sadler. Didn't get a mention here, but 12 saves on the final day against Chelsea. Very much the star of the show. Manager of the season for me, one Manager of the Month award too. Southend United have won the Premier League. We move into the top 10 on the English Managers Hall of Fame in 9th place. Jimenez has worked his way into the best 11 alongside Jack Morehouse in midfield. De Angelis now the sub left back as well. Some lovely faces in there. Let's have a look at the updates. Supporter profile. Yep, we've gone to the next level here. We're becoming a worldwide force. Club expectation next year. Getting that top 6 again. Competitive in the Champions League. Why now have we not got to get to the latter stages like we did last year? Don't understand it at all. We'll accept the vision regardless. We'll do all the other stuff off camera. Let's have a look at the competition screen now as we finish off. We reflect on what has been a brilliant season at Southend United and look forward to a summer that should be a bit quieter. We've got a couple of young players coming in, but other than players being unhappy and trying to force their way out, I don't really want to change this squad. There's a lot of young players that are going to improve. It's just whether we get offers that are too good to refuse or players refuse to sign contracts. Aside from that, I think this is going to be a much quieter summer. If you want to stay up to date and find out, and you did enjoy this dramatic finale to the season, then please do put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe and turn that notification bell on. We'll be back on Tuesday to see what we've done this summer and play our Community Shield for the second year in a row. The big season kicks off and we've got 2 trophies that we've never won before. I'm not going to deliberately target the Carabao Cup and do something you wouldn't in real life, but I would really like to win it. So I hope you'll come and join me for the new season to see if there are any big name or surprise departures. In the meantime, we'll be back with a big episode from Willem 2 in the coach's head on Monday. You can catch up with that season so far up in the eye above. There's also a link there to the Twitch channel where we've got Euros watch-alongs pretty much every day. Come and get involved, join me and have a chat while we watch the football. And in addition to that, the football podcast will be back for the 24-25 season soon with plenty of championship-related content. A massive thank you for following another season though, a successful one just about in the end. It almost slipped away from our grasp at the finale. And Liverpool, they're going to be ones to watch soon because they're getting better with a young team every year. I'll see you next time to see what happens in the summer transfer window.